So far in practice, what's just been the biggest adjustment going from the Horizon League to these Big Ten level athletes?
Definitely more physical. You know, being in the Horizon League, it was pretty physical. You know, it was also my freshman year, but coming here, like everything is a little more just intense and definitely physical. But as it goes on, like you get used to it because you're lifting with the guys every day, so you know. But like those first few weeks, it definitely was a difference from being in the Horizon League to the Big Ten.
I know you went to those NCAA tournament games in Milwaukee, and you kind of mentioned Wisconsin's fan base as something that jumped out, just a bigger atmosphere. Can you kind of just take us back, what were you kind of thinking before you decided to transfer, and you were kind of watching those games and that crowd at Pfizer Forum there?
Oh man, just seeing the red was crazy. I mean, it was red everywhere, and I love that. Like the fans were into the game the entire game, each play. That's just something that as a kid, growing up, you always want that. And going through high school, I loved games with major crowds. So just seeing how they love and support their team made me really. I just loved it. So when I entered the portal and that was they called, it was just man. I just seen this a few weeks ago. So it was just, I had to jump at the opportunity.
You were cheering for Iowa State and Tyrese, though, weren't you?
Okay, I'm Badger fans. I'm sorry. I was cheering. My best friend went to Iowa State, but he's not there anymore, so that's fine. He's not there anymore, so I'm not cheering for Iowa State ever again.
How can you help this club?
I can help this team by whatever coach needs done, I can get it done. If we need defense, I can be a defender. If we need to score, I can help score. Whatever is needed. I'm just the guy that gets down and dirty. That's the best way to put it. I don't care about getting bumps and bruises. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to win, and I feel like bringing that mentality to a team that's already accustomed to winning will definitely just keep us going in the right direction.
What should fans expect from your club this year?
Expect big things. I know there's a lot of people question, with the missing piece, the pieces that we lost after last year. I know that's a lot of question for some fans, but just know that this program is still good, still in good hands. That's just gonna make us even stronger as a team.
What's the identity of the team this season?
Identity of the team. We just got to be dogs. Everybody thinks since we lost, Johnny, heck of a player, Brad, they think we were missing pieces, but I mean, that doesn't really matter. As long as we're dogs and we fight day in and day out and are competitive, I feel like we are going to be great no matter what.
Behind, every great point guard, there's generally someone in practice pushing them and making them better. What have those battles just been like between you and Chucky since you got here, and how's he kind of just embraced having you around?
Man, the battles have been good, honestly, because, I was matched up against him last year, and I didn't realize, I was guarding him. I didn't realize how good of a player he is. Guarding him every day, I'm seeing that day in and day out. So those battles are really, really good. He's making me a better player defensively and offensively, and then vice versa, So I love those battles, and that's just gonna make us better and more of a threat when we start playing teams in the Big Ten.
Trying to transfer into new programs, tough enough because you're starting to play with people you've never played with before and have to get a feel for them, especially as a point guard. But in terms of things you were being taught at Green Bay versus what Wisconsin may want out of you, what's kind of just been the biggest hurdle in terms of what they expect from their point guards?
Things are kind of one and the same, playing under Bo Ryan's son, Will, things are one and the same. There's just minor little tweaks, just the way they play defense, the way they run their offense. It's just little things that are different, but a lot of the things are actually the same, just more intense, more in depth.
But this decision to transfer and the talk you had with Coach Ryan, was that tough? Because at the time, they were kind of building their program around you. You had a great freshman year. Not that you have to go into too many details, but how did that just kind of go down? And what were you looking for that you wanted to jump so soon?
Yeah, that definitely was a tough conversation that I didn't want to have, but I felt like it needs to be had after talking to people in my circle. I felt like it had to go down, and I just feel like I wanted to be in the opportunity to get to that next level. So I wanted to be playing against that level night in and night out in the Big Ten. Those are some of those guys are league guys already. and they're just waiting for that chance to go to the league. So, I wanted to play guys like that night in and night out to just better myself as a player so I can make sure I'm ready for that next level.
Are there a couple